Okay, I just got home from dropping my daughter off at school, and today I'm going to be doing a lot of baking. I have made a lot of loaves, and they are ready. They need to be baked. So I'm just going to show you the process of what like a baking cooking day looks like. So I set the temperature to 500 degrees on my oven, and I stuck the Dutch ovens in there. I have a cast iron one, and then I have, I don't know, just a Caraway, I think is the brand, Dutch oven, and I love both of them. So I don't have a preference one over the other. But anyways, I stick them in there, 500 degrees. I want it to be in there for at least 30 minutes to get those nice and warm so that when I stick the bread in there, it immediately like does its job. Okay, and then I stick the lid on it and then stick it in the oven. And I'm going to show you what I do. Right now I'm going to grab a couple of loaves out of the fridge. Okay, so I think these are both jalapeno cheddar. And what I do, I grab them out, right? I don't want them to sit out too long. And I'm going to grab some parchment paper. Especially when it comes to anything with like inclusions, I want to make sure there's parchment paper underneath. So I'm doing parchment paper, and then I'm also going to do the like bread sling, and I'll show you what that is. Okay, let me dry it off. They were in the drying rack, and they don't like sit up very strongly, so they get a little wet. They don't dry off very nicely. But this is what they are. These were longer, but I didn't want them sticking out of the Dutch oven, so I cut them shorter. But I'm going to put them on the sling, and then the sling on the parchment paper. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'll tell you why. Because sometimes the parchment paper gets stuck to the bread, and I don't like that at all. So I'm doing the sling and then the sling on top of the parchment paper. And the reason for both of them is the parchment paper will protect the bottom of the Dutch oven from getting too like yucky. And the other reason is because it bakes better. It doesn't burn the bottom as much. Oh, so this is not a jalapeno cheddar. This is a blueberry lemon cheesecake roll. I forgot. That's why I had a different top to it. So I remember, but I didn't remember. And so I just set it like this, and then flip. Makes it a lot easier. And I pull this up. Isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful. If you don't agree, that's okay, but I think it's beautiful. Okay, I need the square. Everything's in my drying area because I just made these yesterday. Did some loaves for people. So. Okay, the other thing I like is to have, I have rice flour, and I use rice flour for a lot of reasons. One is because if somebody has a gluten intolerant, I don't want to add regular flour on top of it. I want to have rice flour. So I just always use the rice flour to make sure whoever I sell it to is going to be good to go. And I actually have this old like Italian seasoning container that I put it in instead of that fancy, I don't know, metal ones that people at Shakers. Anyhow. Okay. So then what I do for just the inclusion loaf is I just score it right down the middle. And I want a deep score. About an inch thick. Deep. Okay? So you can do like cute little designs. I'm like, you know what, you're not even going to see it on there, are you? And then maybe I can show you. See the design? Can you see it? Okay. That was poor camera skills, but nobody's here for my camera skills. All right, so that is the blueberry lemon loaf. And now we're going to get on to the next loaf, which I believe is the jalapeno cheddar loaf. If it's not, I think I need to find a jalapeno cheddar loaf. Okay, no, it is. It is. Okay, same thing. Put this on top, flip it over. Oh my goodness. This is why I want to get better with my inclusions. If you look at this, You can see all the jalapeno cheddar right there. If you turn it, where's the jalapeno? Where is it? Goodness. I'm gonna have to make another loaf because this is for a customer and I'm like, I'm not cool with that. Why are you all on one side? I don't know. What I know is that I probably need to get a little better at it. And that's why I'm not doing a farmer's market until I can get better at that. So, scoring it again. I'll do a cute little design on the side. Ooh. Okay. These are both going in the oven. Let's see if I can position you to see how I do this. So there's my oven. And I can't get you to stand up. Stand up, people. Stand up. Okay. Okay. Always use hot pads. Heat pads. What is it called? Okay. So you pull them out. There's one. There's two. I'm going to remove the lid. Make sure you move your arm out of the way. You do not want that to get on there. I'm going to turn it down to 450. Boom. And I'm going to throw these in. So those are in. You place the lid back on top with the hot pad. Oh, this one's a little bit more tricky. That. Open it up. And then the last thing I'm going to do is stick the cookie sheet. And then like that. Also prevents the burning on the bottom. So give it a nice bottom to it versus like a hard one. Oh, and then I set the timer. That would be a great idea. I set the timer to 30 minutes with the lid on. Once the 30-minute timer goes off, I take the lid off and then I cook them for another 20 minutes, especially when they have inclusions. If they don't have inclusions, I'm really just waiting for, so if they don't have inclusions in them, I'm really just gonna wait till it gets brown, like pretty, and then check it with a thermometer, make sure it's at 205, 210, somewhere between there. And then I know it's good for my customer to enjoy and it's nice and baked all the way through. With the inclusions, I've noticed that if you don't continue it for that long, it can like have like a gummy little bit of like inside. So I don't like that. And I don't want that for my customers. So there we go. That's where we're at with sourdough.